people, and God himself will be with them and be their God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. And there shall be, look at this, no more death, no more sorrow, no more crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things have passed away. That's why I told y'all everybody soon will exist in the matrix. Everybody soon will exist in the matrix, or you will not exist. You say, really? Yeah. It's really getting that deep. That's why I told you, I said, listen, it's levels to this. You got to create your trust. Your trust is your last will and testament. This is how you move forward in time and space. If you look at anybody else, like King Tut, you think about all the pharaohs of ancient times. They move forward in some form of trust. And this is a trust that you build, which is your last will and testament. Testimony, testate, testosterone. You only got two things, your word and your balls. I mean that on this one. So, as you move forward, he said, yo, I'll wipe all tears away, because it ain't no more death. Once you realize that your consciousness can be moved to the future. Once you realize that your consciousness can be moved to the future, all bets are off. All right? Shout out to Sister Yonella. My fault. Thank you, Queen. All right? But my fault. Listen, I want y'all to get it. So, you build a trust up, which is your last will and testament. Now, you have to know CFR Title 21. Just like y'all niggas have to know Revelations Title 21. Y'all get that? Y'all have to know the same thing. Y'all have to be familiar with these things. You say, Lamel, this is hardcore. Yeah, it's hardcore, man. Listen to me, man. For everybody that supports, I got y'all, man. I'm really getting jiggy with it right now. I'm really getting jiggy with it for real. Like, yo, man. And then, like I said, CFR, Code of Federal Regulations, it guards everything in the digital world. It guards all the laws and rules and regulations of the digital world. Now I'm putting y'all on to some shit. Now I'm putting y'all on to something. You talk about existing in the future. Talk about existing in the future. I'm gonna tell you how you exist in the future. Listen to me. This is how you exist in the future. You create your trust, all right? And as you create your trust, your last will and testimonial trust, all right, which is literally foreign. It's foreign to anything that you can imagine is foreign, right? And it's private at the same time, all right? Real talk. It's foreign to them, but it's private to you in a sense, okay? I want y'all to get that. I want y'all to get that. You can't argue with a dead man. Am I right or wrong? You can't argue with a dead man. You can't. So when somebody creates their last will and testimony, their word is bond. Period. So what all y'all should do is, one, y'all should create a trust, which is your last will and testament, whatever appellation you run under. And what you should do is, as you create that trust, you give your mind, body, and spirit to it, and your soul to your trust. You said, man, I'm making a deal with the devil, Lamel. It sounds like I'm making a deal with the devil. Well, you making a deal with yourself, because you give yourself over to your trust. Your whole self over to your trust. You give all of yourself over to your trust. All right? And as you give yourself over to your trust, you figure out ways for it to be registered or recognized in the public. All right? To be recognized in the public. Everything is moving to a cloud and needs some form of address to exist on that cloud. Hence, you put your last will and testimonial trust in that IPv6 or in that cloud. All right? So thus, your consciousness, your property, everything you own moves to the future. Why you think people like Kobe Bryant and people like that checked out? Why you think people checked out like that? Yeah, this is real deep. I know, it's that deep. It's that deep. All right? It's really that deep. So I want people to pay attention. Revelations chapter 21. Revelations chapter 21 coincides with CFR title 21. And I told you, shout out to my 121s in the building. All right? Real talk. So this went deep. So you might say, in conclusion, what was this build about? In conclusion, I talked about how the coronavirus is not, 5G does not cause the coronavirus. Also, I talked about the different versions of 802.11 and what signal it broadcasts on. I talked about that too. I also talked about all right, I talked about your last will and trust, which is your last testament. I like your question, Sister Yolena, Yonella, my fault, Yonella, Jonas, Sister Yonella, I got you. Basically this, how you move your consciousness is this. First of all, you got to give everything over. Your consciousness and everything over to your trust. You have to give it over. It's not up to you to move it. How you move it basically is this. You mail, it's basically through the mail. All right? You have other people working for you who are your trustees. And you say, who are my trustees? Listen to me. All right? I'm so zoned in. I got you, Hannah. Thank you for the people, the real people that are zoned in on this information, because this is real heavy information. You, Sister Yonella asked a very good question. How do you move yourself and your consciousness to the future? Now, I talked about you creating your trust, but how you move it is through the data or